Yo, my bad. Welcome back to another episode of the How'd I Get Here podcast, the podcast for positivity, progression, and finding your own path. It is your co-host, Mr. Brown, Broken Guapo, 10 toes down, big head up. What up?
That was a short bar today. This is your boy Spence, King Aquarius, wealth strategist, cripple, coming at you on another. What was that? Oh, coming at you from another Tuesday from the collective space here in Windsor, Connecticut. Y'all need to just pull up. Like, there's a lot of people who reach out to me. Yo, is this your space? Yo, what's this? What's that? Like, click the link. Like, when I repost it, there's a link that leads to the IG page that also has a link to the website. Come check it out. There's a lot of dope things y'all are missing out on, and it's only getting better. I don't know if I ain't going to show you, but we got TVs and shit in here now. We got a bunch of cool things, a bunch of dope people you can be around. Immerse yourself in a bunch of dope entrepreneurs in the area. That's all I got for y'all. So, diving into, and I guess talk about the elephant in the room. I tore my bicep, which is why I'm all bent up and broken right here. I normally clap in the beginning of episodes, and I can't clap, and Jacob made fun of me for it. So,
Did y'all know it was illegal to masturbate in prison?
Cancel him.
Supposedly. Hence his arm.
Yo, that's a wild segue.
Please bring it back.
I don't know how we got here.
Have you guys ever ended up in a situation and said, how'd I get here? Well, tune in to the How'd I Get Here podcast, the perfect podcast to figure out how you got where you are.
What if there's people who listen to our podcast in jail? They'd be like, damn, how they know? I'm like, that's crazy.
That'd be kind of fire if we had niggas listening to us in jail. Yo.
I mean, niggas listen to 95.7 at 9 o'clock, right?
93.7.
Late 9/11.
Yeah.
I haven't listened to the radio in years.
Facts. Bro, the other day I turned on the radio and they were doing like a Lil Wayne set because I guess he's dropping an album. And I forgot how fire, like, I didn't forget how fire Lil Wayne was, but it was like, yo, this nigga got tracks.
Yo, it's crazy. He forgot how fire his bars are. Like, people bring it up to him in interviews, and he's like, who said that? Who said, nigga, you? I said that shit. Yes, fool. That fucking scissor. But, all right, for the questions of the day.
I love these.
Yo, is gatekeeping information ever necessary?
That was such a broad question.
That was so that noise you made in my
And
ear.
for the broads, yes, it is. Is gatekeeping Yes. Yes.
It's necessary sometimes.
Yes.
Ooh, when?
When said information is not ready to be received. So when you think the person that is going to find out the information is not ready to know it, doesn't need to know it, will not receive it well, I think there's a time and place for everything, and sometimes things don't need to always be said. And that's coming from a nigga that always speaks his mind.
So that is interesting. So I guess, how do you know when someone's ready to digest whatever information you have for them?
So story time.
Ooh.
Hopefully I don't let y'all down. Oh. So there's this new teacher that works at my school, right?
Boy or girl?
Guy.
Okay.
He's god awful at his job.
Is he a new teacher, or he's been teaching for a while?
He's new to us.
To like Hartford?
To our school, yeah. Like he's taught before.
How old is he?
It's probably like in his 50s. 40s, 50s. He's an older dude.
Okay,
like he's done. He was in the military. Like he's done this.
Okay,
you know, like this isn't his first year teaching, right? And has struggled building relationships with the kids, right? And then he's like, yeah, these kids are just bad. Like the class is out of control. And I go, well, then give the whole class lunch detention. I gave him information, right? And he goes, well, I don't feel like I should punish myself to have to spend my lunch with the whole class. Well then, bro, I got nothing for you. You get what I'm saying? So, like, I've given him the information, right? And he chose to do nothing with it. So the next time I went into his classroom, there were 2 kids that everybody knows does not get along, sitting right next to each other, right? And those 2 kids are why I went to the room. They're both spazzing out. And I just took them. I held the information because I should have been like, bro, why are they sitting next to each other? You move there, you sit there, but you're not even trying with the kids. You get what I'm saying?
Well, if he's new to the school, how would he know that?
Bro, it's November. You can tell.
School started in August.
We've been there for August, September, October, for 3 months. You can tell when kids, okay, listen, you guys are clearly not getting along. You probably should not be. He sees them every day. You get what I'm saying? And maybe this was a bad example of gatekeeping information, but it was just like, bro, you got to figure this shit out on your own.
I was going to say, because in that example, I feel like you would have been better telling him, like, yo, do you know that they don't get along?
Well, no, I asked him, why are they sitting next to each other? And he said, well, they do what they want. And I was like, all right, bro, well, then who's the adult here?
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, at this point, I can't help you. I mean, I could help you, but you are the adult in this room. This is your classroom. I can't always be in here solving things. So now you have to figure it out for yourself. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Like, I could give you solutions, but you got to do this. This one's on you.
Not to mention, if he's a 10-year teacher, he's getting bread. Like,
And he's getting a check from the military.
Oh, yeah, we love that. Double dipping. Interesting. I always think about gatekeeping information when it comes to, like, people in, like, certain industries, right? So, like, that age-old question, would you rather
Whoopi Goldberg or Oprah?
what?
Oh, I thought that's what you were going to say.
What about them, though?
Would I rather do Oprah or Whoopi Goldberg?
Sleep with? Yeah. Right now?
Sure.
Or, like, in their primes?
Right now.
Ooh, Oprah.
She burning down states and you still trying to bang.
Whoopi used to be all right. Whoopi.
My bad. I thought I
Oh, no. But, like, would you rather take $500,000 or go to dinner with Jay-Z? And, like, some people are like, well, you go to dinner with Jay-Z because he's going to give you such information. And da. But also, it's like, well, what if that nigga just gatekeeped everything that he knew? And then he came out and said, he was like, well, all the information you need to know about me is in my album. So, like, just go listen to them. Like, they're super cheap. Yeah, I don't know. I think.
Let me ask you a counter question.
Yeah.
You find out that one of your friends is getting cheated on. Or maybe one of your friends' friends are getting cheated on.
Yeah.
Are you saying something?
Hell yeah. With a smile on my face, just like this.
Why?
Because I think that shit like that is hilarious.
That's wild.
Because
that could be gatekeeping information, right? Or
Oh,
am I
for
looking?
sure.
Okay.
I guess when I think of gatekeeping information, it's like, yeah, I guess valuable information, but yeah, if I find out that someone's getting cheated on and they're like, I'm cool with the person who's getting cheated on, I'm definitely telling. And it's one of those things. It's like, yo, so should we be sneaky about this and like, you know, counteract, or are you just going to be up front and like spill your emotions and like? But you know, as a friend, I'm there for either one.
What if your friend is the one that's doing the cheating?
Oh, how well do I know his partner like that, or have I just like seen them at parties and like? Ha, ha.
I mean, they're not your homie, but you've broke bread with their partner, like you've, had dinner with them and like.
Oh, like double date shit? Yeah, not my problem.
Wow.
If my boy is cheating on
his shorty,
would I tell his shorty? That's crazy.
Oh,
I don't.
Would you tell your boy to stop cheating?
Yeah, I'd be like, oh, bro, why you even doing this?
But go ahead, do it. Continue, but
you a grown ass man, make your own decisions.
So then, what's different than the other situation? What you get? What I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I mean, well, one, there's kids involved, so like,
wait, what? Where did the kids come from?
Because you were talking about the teacher.
No, I'm talking about the other cheating situation.
Like, because one I have an emotional tie to, like my boy. Like, if my boy's getting cheated on and I saw it and like I'm definitely telling. If my boy's cheating on his partner, we gonna have a dialogue. Like, damn, bro, like what you doing here? But I'm not telling her.
Is gatekeeping information lying? Like, say you have a friend or a partner that you did not come straight forward with certain information. Is that considered lying?
I don't think withholding information is lying, but I know a lot of people do.
Well, they say it's like a white, I would say that's white lies. Or it's like, I only answered your question. Like,
How you ask. I hate when motherfuckers do
didn't
that.
ask like this part, so I
It's
didn't say
his
nothing.
Yeah, like if you ask me a very linear, specific question, I'm gonna answer it. If there's gray area that I don't feel like talking about, then I don't feel like talking about it.
And because they didn't ask specific things, you don't have to answer those things. Although those things are in the realm of said conversation and you could have brought it out, but you didn't.
Yeah, y'all don't watch anime, but there's like a part in My Hero Academia where this kid is like spilling his guts about a question that someone asked him, and like one of the teachers comes over and slaps him and covers his mouth like, yo, shut the fuck up. Like, no one asked you all of this, just do better. You know? Cause I don't know, have you ever it's like this. Have you ever asked someone how their day's going and they really tell you? Ain't that shit annoying? Well, I guess it depends on who you ask. Well, some people, oh yeah, how are you doing? And
If I didn't want to know, I wouldn't ask.
and they really just unload on you. But like sometimes they like emotionally
They unload. Remember in prison, the things on.
Move away from this.
This is crazy. But when someone like emotionally dumps on you, you just like, I didn't want all this. I didn't ask for all this.
So then why'd you ask?
I wasn't expecting that, and I'll listen, but sometimes I'm like, damn, like I didn't have the niggas say things they don't mean all the time, like across the board, like that's just. But my thing is like sometimes people just emotionally dump on you, and it's just like, yo, it's 7 a.m. Like I just woke up, I just wiped the crust out my eyes. Like, can we have this dialogue and like. I'm the only person who's experienced that. Like, you've never experienced that before?
Yeah, for sure.
Like, you act like you ever had people knock on your door at 6 a.m. Like, what the fuck you been at?
Well, nah.
And like sometimes it's just like, damn, this is a bit much. But I do appreciate that I'm that friend that people can do that with. But sometimes I have to really like sit there for a second and be like, damn, let me get into like this mode of being an endearing
Of give a fuck.
Yeah, being an endearing, like empathetic friend. But it's
It's a note to self.
Anyway.
Gangsta for life. My bad. There's just certain times you hear shit and like, you know, there's certain words that follow them after. No? You don't think gangsta for life anytime someone says anyway?
No!
Not particularly.
Do y'all understand why I'm saying it?
No!
Wait, really? Wait, Ash, you get it.
I mean, I do. And I understand.
Was it Vibes Cartel? Or one of them niggas like had a song anyway, and he said gangsta for life. No,
That's okay. I don't know, man.
I didn't think it was a stretch. I thought it was very on brand.
Okay.
Anyway,
Because I was like, not for him, it's not.
It didn't click right away, but now if you said it, I'm like, oh, okay. To me, that's a stretch. But I get it.
He'll be tapping into his roots.
yeah, he doesn't even know.
You don't know
where
what I
in
be
Cuba he's
tapping?
from.
My bad.
Oh, I know what you be.
Right, you got one arm.
Right.
Hey, listen, I can do a lot with one arm.
Hey, yo. Hey, oh, I thought he was gonna touch. You saw me move my leg in slow mo, like he was gonna touch me.
What'd you say? My autism acting up. I just gotta touch
Not your
something.
autism. Make a note. We got to bleep that out.
No, what did Jacob say that one time?
Jacob did not say nothing about nobody with tism.
Yo, he was like, no, my autism acting up. I just gotta touch something. That's crazy.
Yo, we got to bleep that out. We got to put a commercial break. That's wild. That is wild.
Oh, God.
Anyway. Yo, you're on drugs, aren't you?
Oh my God, heavily. Yeah, I've been popping pain pills like Skittles.
Oh man. All right, so you know it's very interesting because everybody in this room, we have built a bond, friendship. You can get out.
Hey yo, not the notes. First of all, how long you had them Uggs for though?
These are Ugg slippers.
I don't know.
For a little bit down, a little bit.
Interesting.
You can't speak like that. He doesn't get it.
Me and Spencer have a unique dialogue. I feel like I can say anything. He's like, oh, okay.
Right. I be understanding.
Yeah, he's speaking actually.
Okay. Well, everybody in this room, we've built a friendship, except for Ash, apparently. She don't know them niggas. But we've built something cool here outside of the podcast. And I think I would consider a lot of y'all's day twos, for me.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Continue, but I have a question.
Okay. And then it's interesting because in society and music and life, you always hear, oh, my day ones. But I think it's cool to kind of talk about the difference in day ones and day twos and the importance of day twos.
Okay. Now,
ladies and gentlemen.
to my question, right? What is actually like the definition of a day one? Like, obviously, they've been
A1 since day one, been there from the ground up.
You've been down with me since day one. Yeah, I get that, but it's like day one of what?
I feel like
out the womb, like first grade.
I feel like y'all just been there together from the beginning. You know what I mean?
Of
like
what?
Like y'all have put time in. You know what I mean? Like I can't be considered your day one.
But so that's why I don't understand. Why not?
Well, because you had already done so much in life before I came into your life.
I was at a transitional part of my life when I met you.
No, for sure, but you still had so much had already happened. To me, a day one is someone that might have been there before any growth or change happened. Middle school, high school, when you were making decisions, before you made any decisions that were going to impact your life. You get what I'm saying?
Got it. So basically people you grew up with.
Yeah. I guess I could have just said that.
Okay. Because that's why I was like, well, day one of what? Because, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So then, yeah, day twos. Rep my day twos, nigga. Put that on a shirt or a hoodie.
Okay. How would you define a day two then?
What?
And what's the importance of the day twos?
I mean, I guess one could consider a day two more important because you have more of a selection process when it comes to choosing them. Because maybe some of your day ones that you chose ain't shit anymore. So it's like, damn, when I was like in third grade and like
Can I interrupt you real quick?
Yeah.
I just want to highlight this man's growth. Because while he's saying this statement, I could see the urge in him to say some ignorant shit. Am I right?
Oh, for sure.
I could see in his face the desire to, and this is what happens in his brain. This is how I know Spencer. A thought comes and he goes, should I say that? Nah, I'm gonna get in trouble for it. Another thought comes, nah, should I say that? No. And he's literally thinking of shit to say, but he's like, because a year ago, he'd have just said it.
Well, there was a lot of tequila. I was like, so I actually, this is a side thing, but like being drugged up in bed, not able to sleep because of like my arm pain. I just like went from the beginning of my pictures, my camera roll, and just started going.
I do that like once a month.
For real?
Yeah.
Where does your camera start though?
So this one starts in 2016 with the national team.
I think mine starts in like 2011. No, I'm lying. It's like, I'll tell you right now. But either way, I was scrolling and I was just like, wow, we've come a long way. And I was like, damn, I used to do some wild shit. But all that to say, so I guess like, yeah, day twos, because your day ones who you chose is probably out of really comfort. If we're talking about like people in elementary school, it's like, all right, cool. We sitting at the same lunch table. Oh, you kind of good at basketball and kickball. Like, we going to be on the same team all the time. Like, and that's pretty much as a child.
Right.
How relationships.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Or like we walk home together. Or like we're on the same bus type shit. Like, I see you all the time and like, oh yeah, you kind of cool. We kind of cool, whatever. Your day twos is more so like, all right, you know, maybe I chose some bad day ones. After we graduated from high school, we went off to college, our career paths, you know, we probably ventured off into different things. Maybe we came back and we're just like, oh, we're not really that cool anymore. You know, it's just like, I guess I got love for you, but part of me, my new me doesn't really like you.
So you just said something that I wanted to hit on, right? So I think day twos are important because like you said, day ones you didn't really pick. Right, they were like,
by default.
Exactly, right.
Yeah.
Whereas your day twos, the day twos know a more current and probably better version of you.
I hope.
Right, they know who you're sitting with today. Whereas your day ones might know, like you said, you might have gone to college and came back and don't really know who you are.
Right, because when I tell my day twos how I was back in the day, they'd be like, what? What the fuck? Like, this literally just happened earlier. When I was telling y'all earlier, I was like, yeah, like, I used to put the pause on people when they used to, like, step out of line. Now I obviously wouldn't do it. So, yeah, I think day twos, I mean, are there day threes or we just do day ones and day twos?
Nah, I think we stopping at day twos.
Day threes is in the retirement home.
You got 7 days a week. But nah, and I think your day twos are also important because you pick them up along your journey. You get what I'm saying? And I think, you know, you pick up friends at different parts and you might move on and there's no like love lost or anything, but it's just like, all right, you fit me here. And now you have like, bro, one of my old teammates who lives in Scotland just got engaged.
Boy.
Right. And I responded like, yo, congrats, bro. He was like, yo, you better be at the wedding.
Nigga.
No, we were
cool,
like,
cool
yeah,
like
no,
that?
we were cool. I mean, obviously we don't talk as much now. You know what I mean? But
guys can have relationships like that. I feel like women not so much. My bad. That's a side.
no. Question.
Yeah.
So, right, we're getting older and we're at the point, actually all four of us can attest to this, how busy we are, right? And somebody the other day was kind of saying like, they weren't speaking directly to me. It was more a general question, but they were saying like, do your friends show up for you? You know what I mean? And then they were kind of like saying, well, if your friends don't show up for you, are they really friends? And at first I was like, nah, that's a fact. Like, people haven't really been showing up for me, right? But then you also have to understand and respect, like, we're getting older, we're living our own lives, right?
Bro, people our age married, multiple kids, and like doing a lot. So,
but there's the same thing that says like people make time for what they want to make time for, and you can't expect out of other people what you do for them. So how does that? Because like I agree, they are busy, but just because they're busy means they can't make time.
I guess it's. I guess this is what friendship is like. How comfortable are you with where you are on someone else's priority list? Because like we said like I said at the initial our first live podcast, you know, I have a top 10 that is pretty undisclosed, but like
I'm like 11.
Oh, and priority list? No. Like friends and family are definitely top 5. Aw. Not relationships. No, I'm joking. JK, we retired Mr. 20%. But I think there's people who I haven't talked to in years who, if we ever link up, we obviously going to catch up and it's all love. And it's like, I still got their back for whatever. Like, if they hit me and they needed something and I was like capable of doing it, I'm there. And I know it's the same way with them. But also, like, to your point, like, people showing up for you, not you specifically, but it's
right.
How accessible and how open is the door for people to actually show up for you? Because I know for me specifically, I don't keep the door open very much. Like,
but you're also not a person that, like when you didn't have a car, right? Mm-hmm. If I was going on a trip, and I'd be like, bro, can you drop me off at the airport? Just hold on to my car for the day. I mean, for the week that I'm gone or whatever, right? That's me showing up for you. The door wasn't open, but I knew there was a way I could help you.
Right.
You get what you're not one that's going to be like, hey, since you're going out of town, can I use your car? Like, nah. You're not going to, you're not going to look for help.
Somebody, it's so funny. Somebody who I don't really talk to like that, they're like, oh, yeah, I heard about your arm. Obviously, you're probably going to be out of work for a little while. Like, let me know if you need anything. I hate that statement. Let you know if I need anything? Like, I
need a new arm.
I need a lot. Like, what you mean? Like, so now I'm going to ask for something that's going to be out of your capacity, and now, like, we both feel like shit. Like, that's, I don't know, to me that's way too open.
I had somebody working on my house the other day, right? And he's like a family friend, one of the neighborhood folk that just come by, do whatever. So after we're done, I'm like, yo, how much do I owe you? He's like, yo, just throw me what you can. But what I can throw you right now, I got $20 in my wallet.
And if you did that, niggas now gonna feel like he's gonna be talking shit about
you. Right,
you.
and my thing is like, I know the work that you did was worth more than $20. Yeah. You know what I mean? But it's also like, bro, just tell me. Like, I wouldn't have had you over here working on my shit if I couldn't afford to pay you.
Talking about songs, tell me what's really going on.
Jersey man, come in today, what's happening? He raised the good arm. Like, get my good hand.
I'll get this arm back.
But yeah, so no, I agree. Asking for help and showing up for people. I think, I'll be real with you, there was like a time period where I might have felt not a type of way, but like, damn, I expected things of people that they didn't
offer.
No, I expected something out of someone that maybe it's because I would have done that for them. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's not fair to expect things out of friends just because you would do it for them. And I don't love you any less or any different. It's just, this is how I ride. You know what I mean?
So that, I think that is big with your day twos because, I mean, it just is what it is. Like, you outgrow people. Like, I think it's the hardest thing for me personally. It's the hardest thing to really come to terms with. Like, I've literally outgrown you, where you're at, what you're about, and really what you want to do.
And that's okay.
It's okay because I still have love for you. Like, we can still hang out, but it's like every time we hang out, I know we're hanging out in a 2015 capacity. You know what I'm saying?
But that's the thing. Do you have to hang out with people that you outgrow?
You don't.
Because I could see you, hey, what's up, bro? No love lost, and that's it. You get what I'm saying? But I'm the type of person that if I'm, like, I have a home now, right? I'm not just inviting anybody into my house. You get what I'm saying? So it's like we said, we're all busy. We're at that age group where people are busy. So if we grew apart, listen, there's no love lost, but you over there, I'm over here. I love you from over here.
Okay, so especially what's happening now in pop culture, everybody's circling back to their quote unquote day ones, maybe. Is that door completely closed, or can it ever be reopened? Because if I outgrow somebody, if I still have love for you, that means I still am going to be there for you if you need me type shit. So, like, yeah, you're naturally not going to hang out with them as often, but it's like, maybe after a couple of years, it just makes sense that we can go hit a happy hour at the same time. Are you just not going to do that?
Did we outgrow each other in a good way or a bad way? because you can outgrow in two different ways. You get what I'm saying? If we just outgrew, like, our professions took us in different time, you went and had a kid. Like, take Drew, for example, right? Mm-hmm. When he had AJ, I wanted to make the conscious decision to, like, make sure. Because a lot of people say, hey, I had kids and all my friends disappeared. Right. You know what I mean? So granted, I love Drew. Like, I wasn't trying to do it, just because he had a kid, because we were already always with each other. Locked in. But I wanted to make sure, like, he knew just because he had AJ didn't mean that I was just going to stop saying, like, hey, pull up. Hey, let's go out. Hey, because there's even times now I'm like, hey, bro, pull up. You can bring AJ or bring AJ. Or, yo, do you have AJ? And if he says no, I'd be like, all right, forget it.
Yeah, that's a good point. So I didn't think about outgrowing someone in a negative manner. But, yeah, I guess if we outgrow in a negative manner, then you could just kick rocks, like, in general. Because, growth is different to everybody. Like, what I consider growth is, like, intellectually and emotionally. Whereas, like, some people think growth is, like, monetarily. Right? Like, so some people think because they have money that for some reason, like, they're above or better than someone. But if you still act like a child, where's the growth really? You know what I'm saying? Like, you've been focusing on one aspect of your life while I've been focusing on everything.
The
holistic view of it. Totality. It was good. Like, I'm focusing on the holistic view. You're focusing on one. And because you're only focusing on this one part, like Kanye say, wait till I get my money right, I'm going to start acting like a fucking fool. Right. So that's what people start doing. You start seeing people's true colors. Like we say in the finance world, money doesn't change you. It shows who you really are. Like, when you have money, it's like, no, I could literally do all the things I've been wanting to do with no hesitation. Right. And you start to see how people start acting funny. So it's like, you think you outgrew me because you have more money, when in actuality, I outgrew you because you're not someone I want to rock with. If I had the same money you had, we would all be put on.
Like JID said, I've been happy with nothing. Imagine when I got it. Or he said some shit like that. Right. You know what I mean? Like, and for me, I mean, y'all know how I rock. To me, obviously money's a thing, and I value money, but money does not contribute, like, to my happiness. And I was actually having this conversation with someone today. We were talking about, like, being in college versus present where we are, right? And I was like, yeah, college was fun, but right now, especially because I don't have any kids, I almost still feel like I'm in college, but I'm better off. And they're like, yeah, but aren't you more stressed? I'm like, I am more stressed, but think about it. If I wanted to go buy a bottle of Ciroc right now, I could do it without question. If I want to get a nice meal, I could do it without question. If I want to go on a vacation, bro, I've gone on 7 trips this year.
And in college,
that wasn't a thing. So whereas, like, yes, there were less responsibilities, and maybe the only thing I was stressing was a girl in soccer, right? Crazy. I'm still stressing girls, but
which is real at the time.
No, right. And in that moment, it was big, right? Whereas now, yes, I have more responsibility, but I have more freedom. I feel.
Okay.
More
autonomy.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
And to tie it back all together, if at 31 years old, if me and someone outgrow each other in a negative way, like you said, like, it's no bad blood, but I'm cool off you. Because we could have had a falling out at 18, 20, 25, and we're still growing. We're still figuring out who we are. Whereas at 31, it's like, nah, you've shown me your colors.
That's so interesting because I feel like my 18 to 25 relationships, there's some people that, like, I met in that time period, I'm like, yo, you're dead to me forever. Like, I don't give a fuck what happens the rest of your life. Whereas, like, I feel like between 28 to 31, I think I'm a little more lenient because I understand, life is hard. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that we grew up with specifically who's in survival mode. And, like, when you see somebody in survival mode, they'll do whatever it takes to survive.
Right, but if we're friends, right? Almost like the Dominic Toretto, like, we're not friends, we're family, right? So it's like, if we're friends and you going through some shit, you should know that I got you. You know what I mean? So if you turn around and then take shit out on me, you've shown me, one, what you really think about me, two, how you really value me, but three, who you really are.
I guess take it out on you in what manner? Because if you got me, like, you can't be my punching bag right now.
I mean, we could talk about this. What you need to punch me for?
No, like a verbal.
No, I know. Like, why are you, like, my nigga? I got your back. You know what I mean? Like, bro, we could tackle this shit together. Right. Why are we now coming at me? Why is this now about me?
I don't, bro. Yeah, I don't know. I don't live like that. Well, I live like that. I don't live on the other side. Like, people, right. I don't know. People just got to do what they got to do to, I guess, survive. But I don't know. I was blessed with, like, a mother and a father who, like, taught me integrity and, like, morals and a specific way of how you should operate in the world just to be a decent human being. And yet, I mean, to be honest with me, you work with these kids. A lot of people don't even have that. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I was actually reflecting one day, leading up to the surgery, because it's so funny. Like, all the paperwork they make you sign before you have surgery is just like, yeah, basically, if you die, we told you it was a possibility. So I was just like, yeah, damn. So, like, just, like, looking at all this, like, some of it I didn't want to sign. I'm like, nah, if I die, like, I want some repercussions, something. But I was also thinking about, like, just my life up until this point. And I was just like, you know, however I feel about, like, certain people, family members, whatever, like, they also shaped me, whether it be good or bad, to be who I am today. And then I look at how other people grew up and how other people are living and how, like, they genuinely don't know any better. Right. And it's just like, well, damn, what do I have to complain about?
So in that reflection, right, where does reevaluating your circle come into play? And what does that look like?
To be honest with you, I reevaluate my circle every day. Because I reevaluate myself often, so I also, like, reevaluate, like, all right, who am I surrounding myself with type shit? I'm pretty locked in. Like, I don't know if I have any weak links in my circle, you know? Which is a cool place to be. So that's also like...
But you had to get there.
Yeah.
That wasn't always the case.
Right. But also the way I'm thinking is too, like, I don't have any weak links in my current circle, whereas, like, we all empower each other, but I also don't have any, like, figures I look up to in my circle. You know, like, I need... Someone told me this a year ago. Literally a year ago. And it's really been, like, haunting me, I guess, or, like, weighing on my brain. He's like, yo, you not the little bro to anybody. Like, you're kind of just the person where, like, you know, people come to you for certain advice. They talk to you about certain things, and, like, you supposed to, like, come off as you have it all together, but you don't have anyone who's like, nah, little nigga, like, you not the little nigga to anybody. And I was just like, yeah, you're right. He was like, yeah, you need to get put in some different rooms where, like, you can actually look up to someone and someone can actually empower you instead of you feeling like you're empowering people with whatever knowledge you have, which in the grand scheme is very little. And I was like, damn.
I think you're saying a powerful thing about circles in regards to, like, what do you... Obviously, they say who do you surround yourself with, right? Mm-hmm. But, like, at our age, the importance of, like, talking about money, you know what I mean? Talking about businesses, talking about all these things that, you know, like, now one of my boys picks my brain because he's now starting the process of buying a house.
Oh, word.
You know what I mean? So he's asking me, and I'm like, yo, I'm going to be real with you. I really don't know. Like, this was my experience. But how I learned was asking questions. Right. You know what I mean? So, like, yes, ask me the question, but also speak to your realtor. Speak to your lender. Like, really be that annoying person, you know? And
speak to multiple.
Right. Yeah. But I think I say all that to say is, like, and it sounds shitty when I say it like this, but you have to have people in your circle that you're getting something out of and you're also giving to. Yeah. Even if it's the smallest, like... Oh, they just make me laugh.
No, literally. Because any person who is quote unquote like ahead of you or above you they should remember what it was like to be in your position, right? And understand, like, damn, I didn't have two nickels to rub together, but like I was hungry for knowledge and I was willing to put the work in. And really, that's all you need. And you need the information and like the ability to like want to get the information. So yeah, like finding those people in your perspective field or like people that you actually rock with is so fucking hard.
How do you, and excuse me, sorry,
It's been a day.
I feel like I might have kind of already asked another like form of this question. But how do you know when to cut somebody off? A friend.
Yeah, honestly, my spirit will tell me every time. I'm not a religious person, but I'm very spiritual, and I know like my intuition and my spirit is gonna be like, yo, this there's nothing more that can be done here. I can tell when someone has a fixed mindset when like we're only 31. Like, yeah, we're 31, but we're only 31. Some people are so set in their ways where it's just like, bro, there's so much life to live. There's so many more things you're gonna fuck up.
Right. Like we're still young.
Right. So it's like, I don't know. If someone has a fixed mindset to me, I'm just like, well, that's interesting. Like, what are you gonna do for the other 60 years of your life?
Right.
Like, if you live a long, healthy life, like people are living to their 80s and 90s, and that's not a ridiculous like feat anymore. So I don't know. I think like my spirit's just like, well, I know where I see myself or I want to be in the next 10 to 20 years. Is this mindset, energy, spirit gonna be along for this ride the way they are right now? And then it's also like, is it my job to empower this person and to constantly like pour into this person? Because like, damn, now I gotta find something else to pour back into my cup.
And that is what it is. Not what it is for me, but it's like when I see that your growth or your ambitions have stunted.
Yeah.
For me, it's like, because I'm a very passionate person. Like, I'm a very much like, I want shit for you more than you want it for yourself.
Hashtag Libra.
A whole lot of gang shit. And I, like, when I start to notice that my passions are becoming bigger than yours, and we've been having these same conversations, because a lot of the times, like, Spencer would be like, yeah, I don't know about this girl. This is fictional as fuck, by the way. But I'd be like, bro, I already told you. XYZ. You know what I mean? Like, yo, Spencer, this is what I think. A week later, I don't know about this girl. It's like, all right, bro, well, actually, I don't want to talk about this girl no more.
Right. So, like, back to the cheating question in the beginning. That was part of the episode, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Because we be talking about shit before the episode. Yeah, back to, like, the cheating aspect that we were talking about. It's like, if you cheating on your girl and you keep getting caught and you keep wanting to vent to me about it, I no longer want to hear it.
Well, if you cheating on your girl and you keep getting caught, then we need to stop talking about you getting caught and start brainstorming ways for you to not get caught.
No. Bro, you not good at this.
Like, my nigga, this is how you do it. Nah, I'm playing.
That's crazy.
You know,
you not cheating right. Get you another phone, preferably Android. No, I'm joking.
it's tough because friends are people that, you know, just me personally, I hold in very, very high regard. But I think as I get older, I'm reevaluating what the definition of friend looks like. Because you can't take personal when people are busy. You can't take personal when people got shit going on in their lives. You just can't. Like, that's not a friend.
I mean, for you specifically, you probably just need more friends.
See, but you're not wrong, but it's hard for me to like. How does one make a new friend? Because I don't like people.
The gym.
What gym? Like the gym that I go to?
Yeah, didn't
like
you
I'm
say,
about
like,
to just
people
go
be
up
bending over in front of you?
Huh? Yo.
I'm just thinking about like how I met y'all. Like I met you at the gym, or like sport. You know what it is? Like when I go out to certain places, I don't really go out in anticipation to talk to anybody. Like
you,
huh?
You
Me, yeah. What do you mean?
really?
If I go out dolo, if I go out with y'all, like, yeah, I'm definitely gonna be like, I'm gonna be a jokester, like, I'm gonna be a pest. But like, if I go out dolo, I don't be wanting to talk to anybody. Like,
I feel that.
I'm
Okay.
like, I'm about just to sit here, get a little drink or something, and then people naturally, like, there's certain types of personality types that they just want to talk to you.
Right.
Like, hey, what's going on? What you doing here? I'm like, not talking to you. But yeah, it's funny. Someone told me a little while ago, if you're looking for a specific personality type, think about what you're passionate about and go do it by yourself. And like, you're naturally going to be surrounded by that. Like, you know, if you're looking for, I don't know, like a powerful individual, like go run a marathon. Because typically at the end of marathons, there's like, people go drinking, they go out to eat, and like they do some type of like networking something afterwards where like your endorphins are just jacked, dopamine's through the roof, and it's just like, yeah, fuck, I'm gonna talk while my legs are jello. So I don't know, maybe shit like that.
I don't know. You're not.
Just like socially going to different things now, like people our age, like they go to a lot of like different like social hours and stuff like that too, and you just start talking and vibing with people, and then
See, but that's the thing. Like, I go out all the time and vibe and talk. Like, I know a lot of people, but can you make friends at this old age?
So
you're not that old.
my thing is like, what intentions are you going out with? Because
Like me?
yeah,
Or was that a general question?
it's a general question, but like, I know specifically for you, when you go out as a single 31-year-old male, you're just like, where the bitches at?
No, bro. The other day I went out, literally was dolo minding my business.
But where'd you go? Matty D's don't count. Like, you can't go to any local places.
But no, you're saying like going out just to like grab food?
Nah, I mean, like, since I've lived downtown,
Bro, but even then, I'll go out on a Friday night, go sit at a bar, but I'm not looking for no shorties, especially because in Hartford there are none.
well, that's what I'm saying. It's like, you have to, one, you got to go to a place that you haven't been to before, so you got to step out of your comfort zone. But also, like,
I'm not going to Yeehaw.
nah, that's a little too far out the comfort zone.
Stranger danger.
Yeah, right. Nah, like, I think you got to, I don't know, since I've lived downtown, I've probably popped around to like bars and restaurants by myself more than I have ever. And not to say I've met anyone that I actually rock with, because there's some peculiar people downtown. But I don't know, I think it's kind of just doing that. But you also like to travel, so like when you hop on a dolo trip, like, I'm sure it's not hard to meet someone that.
Oh no, but that's different. I meet people all the time. But I mean like actual friends
But
that
you
I'm
might meet an actual
Yeah,
genuine
but you
relationship
might
on these trips.
a person who also has the same passions of like traveling and those things and talking about just different trips you travel to.
Right. Shit, in the
Like
airport.
a whole community of travelers that can like, go on this like app to like get discounted flight tickets or like try.
shit,
this
y'all got
or
discounted
whatever.
flights. Holla at your boy.
Well, so you know what it is? It's kind of like, I don't know if it's classist, but like,
Probably is.
yeah, probably. Because like, I know for me in my industry, like, it's all about networking and getting into rooms with people who are doing well. So like, you can all work together, like that reciprocity that you were talking about. So like, for traveling, like, and like, I'm not saying you here right now, but like, eventually you'll get there. And I know like, you and I will have to have a conversation to get over like what it costs to do so, because there is a specific Amex card, which is $700 a year just for the card, right? But it gets you into different rooms and like suites and lounges in every airport.
So you know what
My friend has that card.
It's a beautiful thing.
You know what I think we're at the stage in our life that like, damn, I had a thought and it kind of escaped, but it doesn't have, everything has to be intentional. You
Right.
get what I'm saying? And we not just making friends just to be like, hey, let me check your MySpace, or hey, let me send you this meme. Like, yes, that's a part of it,
Yeah.
but it has to be intentional. It has to be driven towards there has to be something to get out of it.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like you said, find people that are in your industry, right? Me and Donnie just so happened to have soccer in common. Now we've been actually really good friends for 2 years. and he's been my assistant coach. Right. So he's probably the latest person who randomly came into my life, right? Mm-hmm. And I think by doing that, we have to put ourselves, like you were saying, in different rooms and out of our comfort zone.
I mean, that's basically how you met Brian. Like, coaching his little brother, right?
Yeah, he almost said coaching his son. But yes. Yeah, no, but I think the way to make friends at our more mature age, because like I said, we ain't that old, is, right, it has to be intentional and not career-driven, but like there has to be something behind it. A commonality. Obviously, that's what friends...
Right. It's funny, too, because like... You talk about day 2s. I feel like day 3s would be when you start having kids and you start being friends with other kids' parents.
Man.
That's probably the day 3 where it's just like, because, you know, I don't know. I didn't do many sleepovers as a kid. Like, it wasn't really.
We're also people of color.
Right. Like, it wasn't that appealing to me. Like, anytime it came up, I would run it by my parents. I'm like, this could be cool. He's got a game system I don't got. So we gonna be up playing that all night type shit, right? But, like, I think about it now, just the way the world is, I want to know who the fuck that parent is, you know? I want to know, like, is this a cool person? Like, can I trust my child to stay over there all night?
Yeah, my mom used to have the rundown of, like, I'd be like, Mom, my friend from, like, class asked, like, if I can come, like, for even just, like, a play date. I'd be like, okay, like, where do they live? What's their parents' name? Have I seen them at school? Because my mom used to pick me up from school. I used to walk home. She'd be like, have I seen them before? Like, you know, can I talk to them? So now they have to go back the next day and be like, my mom said that she wants to talk to your mom before we have a play date.
And that used to be the most embarrassing thing.
Embarrassing thing. And some of my friends be like, never mind that.
Yes.
Like, damn. Like,
well, at the end of the day, you still a stranger. Like,
but I used to be like,
I'm still cool.
I used to be like, Mom, why you gotta call him? I don't want to go no more. Damn, Ash, that's crazy. That's real, because that was real life.
Yeah.
So, my mom did not play, or they didn't play friends. Even she, like, knew the friend, but she never not seen their parent all the time. But she just knew of them, and she, like, knew they were pretty okay. But I was like, oh, like, so-and-so, like, invited me over, and they're like, she's like, no. I'm like, what, Mom? She's like, no, come home. Like, one time in high school, I was maybe, like, sophomore, like, year, my friends from band, like, had a little just, like, get-together at my friend Emma's house. And I told my mom, and she was just like, okay. And I guess she thought, like, she knew who the person was, but she didn't. My mom was blowing my phone up. I got in so much trouble when I got home. She was like, you never told me where you were going. You didn't tell me how long you were staying for. I don't even know them. And I used to be like, damn, like, why are you pressing me? But, like, people are crazy as fuck.
I mean, I don't think I can say this, but, like.
Proceeds to say it.
Just say it anyway.
I mean, you know, like, the school you work at, like, things have been found at people's houses, right?
Things been found inside the school.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But like, things have been found inside people's houses and they basements. Like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you can't just send people. You can't send your child anywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, nah. Like your parents, like, nah. Like, you know, they actually live in the gutter. Like we struggling, but they struggling. Like, you might come home with their clothes on because yours is nicer type shit. You know.
Yeah, it's very interesting, and there's nothing wrong with reevaluating your friends. And just don't take shit personal.
Well, okay, so be the friend on the receiving end, right? Like, what if you were the one being outgrown? I guess it has to be a dialogue. It can't just be like, yo, let's meet up for drinks. Yeah, this is gonna be our last drink together.
No, for sure. But like, even. Bro, we could both be growing and just growing in different directions. Right. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I say don't take shit personal, because you could be starting this new job that requires more time as a videographer, right? So now you're going on more shoots and more this, and damn, Spencer used to be out with me every Friday, but now he's editing videos, right? Like, right. So I'm supposed to be mad? Nah, we're just going in separate. Like my boy Lamar, right? I don't know if you ever met him. Homie with the gauges.
Does he have the same
person? Yep.
Yeah. He little guy.
Bro, okay. Ever since his daughter's been born, haven't seen him. You know what I mean? But again,
Fair.
he's growing into fatherhood, and
But that's not outgrowing. That's,
no, he's just growing in another direction.
Yeah,
and
okay.
eventually you're gonna outgrow. No, he's
you gonna outgrow your daughter one day.
No.
And I'm gonna be here.
He's waiting. I'm waiting. But no, he's outgrowing the phase that he was just in. That we were just in of being able to go out and this, that, the third. And it's like,
Yeah.
And granted, bro, I probably talk to Lamar every day.
So now when y'all do it, it's gonna be way more intentional.
You know?
That's gonna be dope.
And even the other day, I was like, yo, we got a link because he was supposed to come for my birthday. He was like, bro, I can't find a sitter. What am I supposed to be like? Leave that little girl at home?
Fuck that
like,
baby.
you know, like, no. You're like, that's real life.
Yeah.
But we got a link. And we legit, I guarantee you, I turn my phone on right now, there's at least 5 memes or something from him. You get what I'm saying? Like, but that's just our relationship. So we're outgrowing the phase that we were just in.
Okay, so you're growing together. So like when you say outgrow based on what the context we've given it, I'm thinking like, you know, you outgrew the situation that like y'all friendship is in, but like y'all are growing together, growing separately.
Yeah.
But like, okay, have you ever been the person that someone else has outgrown and not relationship wise? Because
like friendship wise.
Yeah. Because you know, women be saying anything.
I don't know, because I feel like I've been the one that's always been on the move. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not that I'm growing and other people around me aren't, but I've always been the one that's always, I'm here, I'm there, I'm over here. You know what I mean?
Catch me if you can. Yeah.
So it's like I don't mean that like in a cocky, arrogant way.
I also don't think, to be honest, having this discussion, I don't think a lot of people I know, outside of the people who I rock with, have the emotional maturity to even have that discussion.
Right. And even to that point, there's even been conversations that I've been wanting to have with certain friends. They're like, hey, bro, I rock with you, but this part of you I don't really rock with. You know what I mean? And I ain't going to stop rocking with you, but I just want to make you aware of X, Y, Z.
My mentor used to say it all the time. Like, yo, you're better than that. You're just so much better than that. Like, he wouldn't say it specifically to me, but he would like talk to people like, yo, you are so much better than the situation that you're allowing yourself to be in. Like,
I like that.
Like, you need to grow up and grow out of it. And I've literally seen him like say this to people.
I like that. I'm gonna write that down.
And that's like
Tell that nigga I said thank you.
Yeah, I got you. Actually, I need to call that nigga. But that's always been like his thing is like, yo, you're better than how you're acting, and I think a true friend will help like hold you accountable to it. Like, yo, you're falling back to old habits, which is okay. Like, we're not perfect. If you set out on a new goal, which is completely different and out of the norm of what you're used to, you're going to backslide. You're gonna fall back into bad habits. But that's where when people say you need a tribe, it's not only for raising children, it's for just raising everybody. Like, there's so many different ways to do things, and having multiple perspectives and like trusted, respected ways that you can actually internalize and like put into good use for yourself. Shit like that is invaluable. Like my mentor, who's pretty much like my best friend, I've been trying to find him in my current industry, and it makes me appreciate him so much more because I'm just like, yo, there's like, you are literally one of a kind. Like, there's nobody who really does what you do on that level, and you would think these people who make so much more money would be better at what they do, and they're just not.
Right.
Yeah, man, it's interesting. There's just some relationships like, you kind of just know like, oh yeah, we're gonna grow together, and then there's some that are like, I hope we do, but like if you veer off left, I'm gonna try to help you, but I'm not going to drown myself trying to help you swim.
Yeah,
niggas is tough swimming and all together, anyways. But
well, shit, we've been chopping it up a little over an hour now. This was good talking about friends.
Ones you can depend on. friends. See, these are ones that like people kind of just know. The one that you did that.
Bro, you go to Bloomfield High and just say, well, maybe not with this generation, but if you go anyway, somebody is going to say gangsta for life, and they're going to put their fingers like this in the air.
If I heard this, I'm not good with songs out of context, though.
What am I do? No.
Yeah.
Guys of him don't say. Yo, this was fun. I love doing this shit. For real. Can't wait to start getting paid for it.
One day,
one blood.
Do. I know that one.
Yo, let's wrap this shit up before we get kicked out.
I know Nuck If You Buck.
Nuck.
Yo,
bro, you knew to find a wall when that shit used to come on.
First of all, when that shit used to come on, it was just like, who in here I don't like? Like, I'm about to dance next to you and hope we start fighting.
Yeah, nah, I was like, let me grab a wall and just
hide.
Yeah, I was a little nigga.
Yo, Young Me was wild. I'm glad we didn't meet back then. I don't think any of y'all would like me.
You probably wouldn't have liked us.
Probably. Like.
I mean, do he even like us now?
Aww.
I don't know.
Y'all part of my tribe. But I was just
Quanto.
I was just a young savage. I actually need to document it. I need to actually, from what I remember, like me and my boy, we need to sit down and just like document some of our stories from before, because he tells me shit that I don't remember, but I'm like, nah, that sounds like me. That sounds like me. Y'all don't think y'all believe me. But with that being said, 15 seconds of fame.
Yes, sir.
15 seconds of fame. Well, this has been another great podcast episode. I think my 15 seconds of fame is going to be pretty straightforward, you know. Reevaluate who your friend group is. Take a good inventory on where you're at, where you want to be in the next 3, 5, 10 years, and see if the people who you currently surround yourself with are going to be there and in what capacity. And if there's some people who you think aren't going to make it, it's better to cut ties now than drag them along, and then in 10 years when you're in a certain place and they're still where they're at and they're wondering why you left them behind, it's more of an awkward conversation if you ask me. But.
And ain't nothing to cut that bitch off.
And what's it? Oh, first person shooter. That's my shit, bro.
I don't know why.
What?
Shit is, bro. Cole bodied Drake on the song, and then after Drake started going, because what?
Was that Drake?
What?
That was Drake at the end of the song?
Yes.
I thought that was a completely different
No.
person.
Because the what? My bad, I just spit.
I only like from 1 minute to 2 minutes.
Yes. And then the song's trash.
Yeah, but that verse went bananas.
Word. By the way, guys, that makes me remember. I was going to say some shit for my 15 seconds.
I thought you was going to say fuck Drake.
Yo, my 15 seconds of fame, I got 4 Bad Bunny tickets for sale, $400 a pop. Y'all slide in my DMs. Yes, bro, and that's cheap. Get them while they're still cheap.
Would you get a Groupon?
Get them while they're still cheap. $400 a pop. I got 4 Bad Bunny tickets each. Holla at your boy before they're gone. You're
But why do you have
XL
4?
Center. Holla at your boy, Bad Bunny.
I just want to know why you have
Best
4?
podcast in CT. It's a wrap.